Hi, this is Mrs. T. I'm here to read you a story, another story called Perfectly Norman. It's by Tom Percival. Tom lives in the United Kingdom with his family, and he's not only an author, but he's also an illustrator. Norman had always been normal, perfectly normal, until one day he grew a pair of wings. Look at the colors in it. So they're very beautiful wings. Norman had imagined growing taller or growing a beard like his dad, but he had never imagined growing a pair of wings. Still, they were here now, so he decided to test them out right away. Soon Norman was swooping around and generally having the most fun ever. But then he had to go in for dinner. You see, Norman had always been so normal. He didn't know how his parents would feel about his extraordinary wings. As he went in, Norman covered himself up in a great big coat. His parents didn't notice the wings, but they did think it was odd to be wearing a coat indoors. Bath time was problematic, and so was bedtime. The coat was hot and uncomfortable, but Norman had decided that no one should see his wings ever. He must have felt uncomfortable. The next day, Norman went to the park, but it was far too hot to play any of his favorite games. And so it went on and on. Long car journeys were unbearable. The swimming pool, it was dreadful. And that was nothing compared to his friend's birthday party. The only time that Norman could feel normal now was when it rained. The jacket kept him dry and warm. One day a boy tried to pull his coat off, and Norman had to run away, hot-faced and angry and sad. He wished he had never grown those stupid wings. Then he saw some birds high up in the sky and remembered the joy of his first flight. And it occurred to Norman that it was the coat that was making him miserable, not the wings. Why don't you take that gruffy old thing off, suggested his mom and dad. Norman looked up at them hesitantly. His parents smiled and nodded. Norman smiled back. And then he threw off the coat and let his wonderful wings fan out. They're so colorful. Norman leapt into the air, and finally he was free of that coat. He noticed a few other children wearing thick, heavy coats of their own. They looked up at Norman and around at one another very nervously. There was a moment's pause, and then, whoosh! The sky was filled with flying people. Norman had never felt so happy. He realized that there was no such thing as perfectly Norman. But he was perfectly Norman, which was just as it should be. So this book is, I wonder what it's about. What do you think it's about? I think it's about daring to be different and celebrating what makes you, you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Perfectly Norman. I'll see you another time. Bye guys. Wear your mask. Wash your hands.